Alright, Shalom. Before I start, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim, Rakah Kodash, double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the elect Akim wa Akwath, learning and teaching truth and sincerity. This will be a quick video through the Spirit, still at work. But just got these two shorts that I want to show off of YouTube. Basically, which, brothers here know, right? You've been around for a minute. But see, there's a reason that men must be strong and must have temperance, must have, discipline, and importantly, must have, you cannot give your strength unto a woman. All right. At the greatest test that most men will face is how you interact with women. All right, and this goes back to the garden with dealing with Adam. Adam failed that test, and we're all still suffering from it to this day. So, you could either choose to be a eunuch and not deal with them, or you can just be a alpha daddy Mac. All right, and you don't play no games. All right, and you keep it real, and you can't slip off your pedestal. But we can never play the simp game. If you play the simp game, you are not gonna make it. All right, and this isn't even, hey, this ain't necessarily a woman bashing video. I just got these two clips. You have that phrase that had gained popularity recently: hard times create strong men create good times create weak men create hard times. And you're seeing that reverberate in society. The fact that these people of this world, their morals are going down the toilet, therefore the world is crumbling. All right, let's take a look. Let me show you. Let's use this as an example. All right, it says UFC fighter Ian Gary explains why he changed his name. All right, hey, this is your brother Malak from GMS Detroit. Let's get it rolling. All right, this motherfucker on the left, this a white boy. He's from Ireland, but for all intents and purposes, I'm gonna just let him be an Edomite. Right? He went and got married to this Brazilian bitch, and I'm hoping she's an Edomite too. I'm hoping she's not a Northern King. I'm hoping she's a Terror. But let's see what happened.
Name change for Ian Machado, Gary, late in the week. What can you tell us on that?
Yeah, that's correct. His wife, Layla, is Brazilian, and Machado was her last name. She has a son who also has Machado in his name. And now that she is expecting a child with Gary, they wanted to make sure the brothers had a name in common so that they felt they were all one big family with co-parenting. So they all added it to their name so that no one feels left out.
Very nice.
I know I've got a lot to learn.
So this guy, y'all, this guy is a professional, mixed martial artist out of the UFC. He beats people up and knocks people out for a living. He's a new guy. He's been, beating people up, right? He's supposed to be a warrior. And this man changed his last name and took his wife's name. His newfound, not only that, he's about 25. This Brazilian chick that he married is about 40. So he went and married a 40-year-old Brazilian baby mother and took her last name. But the thing that's the real kicker, y'all, it's not her last name. It's her ex-husband's name, goddammit. This nigga has bestowed upon himself another man's name to please that woman. Never would I have ever thought I would have ever even dreamed of something like that even ever happening. That. So and this is something that when I find it interesting, because Edomites, this is how Edomites. Now let's say he's an Edomite. Let's say he's not a Israelite foreigner. A descendant of a nigga Irish, and I'm not hoping he is either. Right? You give it a couple more generations, he would have Edomite sons getting Brazilian wives with the last name Machado's. What would they start doing? All right, this guy, let's say he goes on to start making lots of money in the UFC. They would be down there in Brazil buying up land, getting property in the name of Machado's, but they're actually Edomites. This is something that his people do. They come in, they lay with our women, and they take over our inheritances. All right, but primarily, you know, that's just a side note. But primarily, the fact is, this nigga changed his last name to his woman's last name. That's completely backwards. Completely backwards. And we already in Proverbs, so where we gotta go? I brought this out recently, but I gotta bring it out again. Holy shit! All right, I'm gonna just start back at 1, man. Shit. Proverbs 31 and 1. The words of King Lemuel, which is parabolic for Solomon, the prophecy that his mother taught him. What, my son, and what, the son of my womb, and what, the son of my vows? Give not thy strength to women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings. He gave his strength over to a woman. This dude literally, hold up, y'all. Let's go take a look. This is him sitting here watching a fight, one of his past fights with that chick. This guy, you know, he literally knocks people out for a living, yet has given his strength over to and I just pulled this up, you know, this is Instagram, you know, so like I just wanted you to see he's an actual fighter, if you will, right? I believe he's about to knock dog out. Let me see. Let me see, what are you doing?
See what's a bitch? Little sip, I seen it, look. Boink. Oh. Now a check, look. Now he's forgot about the kick completely, right? Everyone did.
Rodriguez had a fight with Gunnar Nelson go away earlier this year. Kick from Gary.
So there you go. He's a literal fighter, but he's not a man. Just because you can fight and knock a nigga out doesn't make you a man if you're doing that type of shit. He didn't take heed to the words of King Lemuel. He didn't take heed to the words of Solomon. He gave his strength to a woman. And remember, like, hey, he's 25 and that chick 40. So think about this. When he 50, she gonna be about every bit of 90, dusty. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Which, you know, this place don't have that type of time. But what type of sense is that? What type of sense is that? It says you're supposed to get what? Which, you know, not a knock to, you know, being an older person, but you know, an older woman is supposed to get with her a older man, right? She 40, she should have went and got him a 40-year-old man, but she wouldn't found a young sucker that she could take advantage of who's getting that money, and went and got his dumb ass. Alright, and now they got a baby, so now you stuck, dog. Yeah, you stuck. You not the smartest. I believe this is it. Let me see. Okay, yeah, Salakia. Proverbs 5 and 18. It says, let thy fountain be blessed, and rejoice with the wife of thy youth. Alright, so he's a young fool, and as many and most of the men are in today's time are fools. So now he walking around with her last name. She has usurped authority over him, literally. All right, and that's just one clip. Let me get this next clip. And you know, so somebody can say, oh, Malak, you reaching, man, you reaching. Love is love. Okay, well, let's see what this next clip. Let's see if I'm reaching with this next clip. Cause all right, I'm gonna lay off Ian, right? I don't want no small. I'm gonna lay off that motherfucker. So we gonna go to the next exam. Maybe I'm just tripping. Am I tripping? All right, hell no, I'm not tripping.
You really in your heart of hearts believe like a woman who's like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna like apply these conservative values and give it a good go. Like learn to bake, pack my children's lunch and like do my best. You think a woman who decided to like start an OnlyFans is a way better choice?
What I'm saying is that with the way society is structured right now, for you to decide that you want to be a full-time stay-at-home mom, wife, parent at 18 or 19 is a more radical decision than trying an OnlyFans.
Yeah, you described marriage like tradition.
That mother for that blue hair. And y'all, he's the reason why I almost got my video suspended. I almost got my channel struck down a couple months back. I did a video on him. His name is, I don't even want to say his name, the guy with the blue hair. So we're going to pick words wisely. He said you are better off as a young woman going and making a OnlyFans, selling your body, getting nudie and necky on camera, doing things that's only supposed to be seen between a woman, a wife and a husband, and letting all the world see for $5.99 a month, custom videos, right? You're better off doing that than to being a wife, as a stay-at-home mother. What type of world are we living in? And these actions and words are coming out of the mouths of men, and men are supposed to be the leaders. So if the men is like this, how much more the world is going to be destroyed, y'all. And that's why Esau has to be removed out of power. See, he's speaking sweetly and kind with his little blue hair, but he's speaking wickedness. It don't matter how kind you're saying it, or if it might sound logical. If you're speaking wickedness, that's not good. That just reminded me of scripture. I'm going to have to go get it. Proverbs, let's go to 29. We all in Proverbs today. All right, Proverbs 29 and 12. If a ruler hearken to lies, all his servants are wicked. All right. If the people who are at the top, who are supposed to be leading the charge on BS, everybody's going to be on BS. Influencing a woman to go do a only thought at a young age rather than maintain her virginity and begin a family, that's no good. That's no bueno. And I'm going to go back and let the clip finish, because the white hair bitch, the white hair girl is about to say something. But Sirach 19 and 22 real quick. The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudence. All right, and that's why we need to take these mics away from these podcasters, because they sitting there counseling, but it's a wicked counsel. Just because you counseling don't mean it's a good one. All right, and he was giving out the knowledge. He was giving out the knowledge of wickedness, which is no wisdom. Because what's going to happen, she's going to do her little OnlyFans at 18, 19. It's going to be popping until she's about 25. And then her body's going to start to degrade. And now she got 3-4 kids now. Now she wants to find a husband at 40. So now she back out here looking for a 25-year-old to luck up on. You see how the cycle repeats itself? I'm willing to bet you that 40-year-old woman who got that man to change his name, I'm willing to bet you she wasn't chaste with herself in her younger years. Which is why in her older years, she needed to go find a little young nigga getting to the money. And luckily for her, she found it. Most women don't find it.
You described marriage, like traditional marriage of two young people, as, or compared it to a woman selling her sexuality.
Exactly.
Which is, it just shows that you're so desperate to cast marriage in a negative light.
Okay.
Traditional marriage specifically in a negative light. By basically calling it a form of prostitution or slavery or subjugation of women, and it's simply not true.
And even, hey, now when you look at her, hey, look how hard the nigga in the blue is cheesing. He's like, she's right. You look at her, you think she a city thought, and which she probably is. Don't get me wrong. That's the Edomite. You know, we don't give a fuck, right? But she got her hair damn near white, skin pale as hell. But she just cut that dude. You see how backwards everything is? Here it is. She looked like a city looking albino lizard thing. But she had to be like, no, what he talking about, that's not right. That's not good money. But the dude who's supposed to be a dude is trying to promote and pass on promiscuity. Everything is so backwards, y'all. And this would now, if the men is through, everybody is through. And Edom, he's not a good leader. That's why the world is in dissension how it is. And that's the whole point of this video, y'all. Look at how backwards everything is. If you don't have good men in charge, the world falls apart. If you don't have good men in charge, good, holy, righteous, Israelite men who fear Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, the world falls apart. Alright, I'm going to get one more out of Exodus. Alright, what did Moses do? Is it Exodus 18 and 21? He was dealing with Jethro, aka Reuel, his father-in-law who taught him how to govern the people. And how did he tell him? Exodus 18 and 21. Moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the people able men, such as fear Yahweh, men of truth, hating covetousness, and place such over them to be rulers of thousands and rulers of hundreds, rulers of 50s and rulers of 10s. And that's coming back by way of the elect. All right, Yahweh Shai, first and foremost. All right, and he's going to set up who? His elect to govern the world. And that's what, you know, us brothers are striving for, which is why we have to we can't give in to our weaker nature, especially when dealing with these women, y'all. We cannot let some lust, emotions, and demons throw away your shot at at being one of those great chosen men. All right, look at the world when you don't have good men in it. All right, that would be I think that's a movie title somewhere. A Few Good Men. I believe that's a movie. I ain't never seen it, but I believe that's like one of them old westerns or, you know, old school shootout movies. Few Good Men or whatever, like a crime drama. All right, we need the good men back of the earth. So that's about it. We give all praises to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakodash, to honors the elders and apostles, great millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all like Akwath, learning, teaching, truth, and sincerity. Shalom.